collection is a two-step process. So collection uses contain two steps. Two steps. The first thing is to declare a collection. Declare a collection type. We need to declare a collection type and create a variable of collection type. Create a variable of collection type. So here we are declaring a collection type. So in the first step we are declaring a collection type, and so we are creating a variable of collection type. So during the variable creation, so we need to initialize collection with some values. We need to initialize a collection with some value. So first thing is we need to declare a collection type, and we can create a variable of collection type, and we need to declare a variable. So the compulsory a collection needs to be initialized. Okay, so except index by table. Index by tables are not required to initialize index by tables, except index by tables. Index by tables are not required to initialize. So index by tables are not initialized to collection. So the declare a collection type, first thing is to declare a variable of the collection type, and during the variable creation we need to initialize the collection type. Okay, this is the collection usage. Where can we create a collection? So collection can be created okay, at the SQL level, that is schema level. So that means schema level or within a PL SQL block. Within a PL SQL block, a collection can be created. Blocks declare section. We can declare a collection at the schema level. Schema level means if we create a collection at the schema level, we can use in any procedure or any PL SQL block. So if you create a collection at schema level, okay, so we can use it anywhere. Whenever you create a collection at the schema level, so we can use it anywhere in your database. We can use it anywhere in database. So that means once you created a collection, we can use anywhere in your database. And the second is whenever you create a collection type, okay, collection type can be created at the schema level. Schema level in the sense is here. Similar to see, once you created a procedure, so that procedure can be used anywhere. That means you can use that procedure from anywhere. Okay, so similarly, once you create a collection type of SQL level or that is the schema level. Okay, within a PL SQL, if you declare a collection within a PL SQL, we can use in that PL SQL block only. So wherever you create PL SQL block only, that means so the restriction. So variable declared in one PL SQL block cannot be used from in another PL SQL block. Similarly, once you create a collection type in PL SQL block, that can be used in that PL SQL block only. We can use in that PL SQL block only. So if you create it at the schema level means we can use it anywhere. So within a PL SQL block declare section, we can use that PL SQL block anywhere. Okay, so collection can be created in anywhere. Okay, so the schema level in the sense is except index by table. So index by table cannot be created at the schema level. Index by table. So that means index by tables cannot be created at the schema level. So first thing is to declare a collection type and create a variable of collection type, and during the variable declaration variable creation, we need to initialize a collection with some values. Okay, everybody is clear so far, please? Yes or no? Okay, so now collections are two types. What are the three types of collections we have? Nested tables and VRA and index by tables. Okay, so now let's see, where can we use these collections? We can use these collections in anywhere. Okay, next thing is, so can I use a collection type as a column type in table? Okay, so now let's see, I will write the some features. Okay, so now number of elements, max number of elements in collection. Elements in collection. So how many elements? So see, collection is nothing but a group of elements of same data type. So what is the maximum number of elements in a collection? So nested table, unlimited. There is no limit on nested table. VRA, limit. Limit in the sense is whatever limit we specify during the creation. Okay. Index by table. Table. Unlimited. Okay, so nested table is unlimited. Now maximum number of elements in a collection. Okay, so now next thing is usage. Usage of collection. So where can we use this collection? Next thing is nested table. In SQL and PL SQL. So we can use nested table in a SQL. In a SQL means we can use create a table with collection as type. We can create a table with a collection as a type. Nested table we can use in a SQL or in PL SQL. SQL and PL SQL. We can use both, but index by table. That's only in PL SQL. So that means if you want to use a collection in both SQL and a PL SQL, so we have to go with either nested table or VRA. If you want to use a collection in only in PL SQL, you can use any one of these three, because these three can be used in PL SQL. Okay, so each element in a collection identified, each element in a collection. So what is a collection? Collection is a group of elements. Collection is nothing but a group of elements. Okay, collection is a group of values or group of elements. Group of values or each value can be an element. Each collection is a group of values of same type. Okay, so now maximum number of elements. So each element in a collection identified by its position. Each element in collection is identified by its position. So each element in a collection is identified by its position. That position is called as a subscript. So each element in collection identified by its position. That means a collection of 1. That means first element. Collection of 2. Second element. Collection of 3. Third element. Collection of 4. So that 1, 2, 3, 4 are called the subscript of that collection. So each element in a collection is identified by its position. Okay, so each element in collection is identified by a position. That position is called as it's a position. So that is nothing but a subscript. If anybody asks you what is the subscript is nothing but a, okay, so the position of your collection element. Okay, initialization required or not? Required or not? So do you need to initialize the collection? Yes. So nested table. Yes, we need to initialize. Okay, where can we initialize? So initialization during the second step. So creating a variable of collection type. Whenever you are creating a variable of collection type, we need to initialize it. So initialize and VRA. So VRA is yes. And index by table, no. We have already seen this in the, so index by table are not right. No. Okay, so the nested table, yes, we need to initialize. VRA, yes, we need to initialize. And index by tables, no need to initialize. So initialization is not required. So how to initialize a collection? How to initialize a collection? So collection initialization is very important. So initialization of a collection using a special function, using a function, special function called a constructor function. Whenever you want to initialize, called constructor function. Constructor function, we can initialize it. So how can we initialize it? So initialization of a collection can be done with using a constructor function. What is a constructor function? Constructor function is nothing but a collection name itself. That is collection name. Collection name with values. That's it. So how to initialize a collection? So initialization of a collection can be done using a function called constructor function. So that constructor function is nothing but a function name, collection name. So initialization of a collection. Okay. So now collections are of three types: nested table, VRA, and index by table. All the subscript start with the subscript type. Subscript type. So the data type of a subscript. See here. So the collection, each element in a collection is identified by its position. So the position is a subscript. What is the data type? Subscript data type. So the subscript data type is nested table. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and VRA. Number, index by table. The number or varchar. Okay, number or varchar. So the nested table, VRA, and index by table. So we have seen. So the initialization is required, and we have seen the number of elements in the collection, and we have seen the subscript type. Okay, let's see. So based on this, I'll ask a question. Okay, I need to declare a variable. I need to declare a variable which can hold multiple values of type varchar 2. Okay, what type of collection I need to use in this case? So I want to know when can I use nested table, when can I use VRA, and when can I use the index by table. So my first case is I need to declare a variable which can hold multiple values of type varchar. So what type of a collection I need to use?
Index
So
by
here
table.
the varchar 2 is a index by type. So, sorry, what type of variable it is? What type of a collection I need to use here? What type of a collection? Character is not a collection type. Index by tables, because I need to use VRA, varchar 2 as a type. So it's a index by table. Index by, because the subscript type here is Correct. Okay, so I want to declare a collection with the subscript type is character. I need to declare a collection which can hold multiple values of type varchar2. So here, okay. So I want to declare a collection. Want to declare a variable which can hold maximum of 1000 elements. What type of collection I can use? What type of a collection I can use for declaring a variable which can hold maximum of 1000 elements? Yes, I can use any one of three. Okay, because in nested table and index by table there is no limit. We can have any number of elements. Okay, see, we can use the nested table, or I can use the VRA, or I can use the index by table, because see, nested table and index by table is of no limit. But if you know the limit in advance, so then VRA is the best. So here the best choice is we can use any one, but best choice is VRA, because we know the maximum number of elements. Because of knowing maximum number of elements, so we can use any one. So we can use the best choice is VRA, because we know the maximum number of elements. I want to declare a variable which can hold multiple values. I can use in both SQL and a PL SQL. If I want to use a variable in both SQL and a PL SQL, so then I can go with the nested table or VRA, because I cannot use index by table in SQL level. Okay, everybody is clear so far, please? Everybody is clear? Okay, so now this is the small introduction of the collection. So let's see what is the syntax of creating a collection. Syntax of collection. What are the two steps of the collection? First thing is to declare a collection type. First thing is to declare a collection type. So collection type, and then is to declare a variable. Collection type, which we have already seen two steps in the above. Two steps. So collection usage is a two steps. So declare a collection type, and we can declare a variable of collection type. Okay, now let's see. Create or replace type name. Create or replace type name is table of data type. Is table of data type. So create or replace type name is table of data type. Okay, so create or replace type name is table of data type. So the type name is the name of the collection type, and the data type is the data type of element. Here the data type name is collection type. Here type name is collection type name, and data type is data type of element. Data type of element. So this is the data type syntax for nested table. This is for nested table. So the syntax is create or replace type name is table of data type. Okay, so create or replace is not required when creating a collection in PL SQL. Create or replace is not required. So this create or replace is not required when you are creating a collection in the PL SQL. collection in PL SQL. PL SQL in the sense is in any of the PL SQL block, in a PL SQL block or in a procedure or in a function or in a variable, anywhere. So the type name is collection type name and the data type is data type of an element. Okay, let's see. Index by data type. Syntax, additional syntax is index by table. This is index by table syntax. Index by table syntax. So whenever I'm creating a collection with index by, it should be a index by data table. So here this is not required because we cannot use index by tables in a SQL. So that means only in PL SQL. Index by table only in PL SQL. Okay, type name is table of data type and index by data type. Okay, type name is collection type and data type is data type of element and type name. It's only in a PL SQL. How can I see whether it is a nested table or it is an index by table? So if you don't have the index by clause, that is a nested table. If you have an index by, so that means the subscript type. I'm specifying a subscript type. If a subscript type is something like a either number or it is a varchar or something, so that is called as a index by table. Okay, so now here the type is type. Type name is table of data type and index by data type. Everybody is clear? Create or replace type name is table of data type and nested table. Okay, so now create or replace type name is VRA of max size of data type. So this is directly showing this is a VRA syntax. VRA syntax. How can I say whether it is a VRA or something? If you see the VRA, if you see the VRA syntax here, so that is nothing but a VRA. Okay, so type name is VRA of max size of this data type, VRA. So create or replace are not required. Create or replace is not required while creating a collection in PL SQL because PL SQL is a only. So create or replace is not required. And this maximum size is the maximum number of elements we can put it in a collection, VRA. So the max size is max number of elements. Elements we can put it in a collection. Okay, so now type name is, these are the three syntaxes. Create or replace type name is table of data type. Create or replace type name is data type of index by table of data type. And create or replace type name is VRA of max size of this data type. So that is the maximum number of elements we can put in a collection. Okay, by looking at the syntax, we can see what type of collection it is, whether it is an index by table or whether it is a nested table or it is via VRA. Okay, let's see some examples. Okay, type numbers is table of number of 4. See, type numbers is table of number of 4. So what type of collection it is? Okay, numbers is what type of collection? Is it a nested table or it is a VRA or it is index by table? What type of collection it is?
Nested table.
Nested table. Because I don't have the index by syntax, right? I don't have the index by. See the syntax here. So I have only up to here. Type name is table of this one. So numbers is nested table. So each element's data type is, what is the each element data type? What is the each element data type? What is the each element's data type? What is the each element's data type in this collection numbers?
Number.
Number of 4. Number of 4. So 4 is the maximum size of a number. Each element data type is a part. Okay. So now this is the simple syntax. Type numbers is number. Table of number of 4. Okay. Now type emp numbers is table of emp number percentage type. What type of collection it is? What type of collection it is?
Nested table.
Nested table. So emp numbers is nested table. Nested table or type emp number percentage type. So each element of type emp numbers percentage type. Okay, so let's see. This is the first step. So now the collection is declared. Collection type is declared. So here I created a type and I need to declare a variable. Okay, so now the variable declaration is syntax variable declaration. Okay, how do you declare a variable? Variable name and collection type name. Collection type name is equal to compulsory we need to initialize. So collection type name within the bracket a list of values. Value 1, value 2 and value n. Okay, let's see. A numbers is equal to numbers of 23, 24, 45, 67 and 89. See, now A is a variable of nested table numbers initialized with 5 values. So A is a variable of nested number. See, A is a variable. What type of variable it is? It is a numbers variable. So a single variable, A is a single variable. So A is a single variable of type numbers and it is having values, 5 values. What are the values? These 5 values, 23, 24, 45, 67 and 89. These are the 5 values of that variable. Everybody is clear? Yes or no, please? See, this is the way of declaring a collection. So first thing is we need to declare a collection type. This is the type numbers is table of number and numbers is a nested table collection. Each element's data type is number of 4. Okay, so now here, so this numbers, so the collection type within a bracket. So this is called as the constructor function with the values. So these are the values. So collection A is variable A. A is a variable. It's not a collection. It's a collection variable. Collection type variable. A is a variable of type numbers. What is the numbers? Numbers is a nested table which is initialized with a function called a constructor function. That constructor function has the values of 23, 24, 45, 67 and 89. E-names. So E-names is a array of max array with max size of 10 elements. 10 elements with data type of each element is emp.ename percentage type. So the syntax is the syntax. This is the variable type name. So here this syntax is for PL SQL. So if I'm creating the same type in a SQL level, I have to use create or replace. Create or replace. I have to use the create or replace type. So here I'm not using this one because I'm in PL SQL level. Okay, so now, I did not start recording the session. Sorry. Please remember tomorrow onwards. If I forget recording, it will be difficult. Okay. So now, ennames is a VRA with a maximum size of 10 elements with the data type of each element is emp.ename and the percentage type. Everybody is clear? Yes or no, please? Ennames is a VRA with a maximum size of 10 elements with the data type of each element is ename. So now I'm going to create a variable. So x ennames is equal to ennames of this. Okay, x is a variable of collection type ennames with 0 value. So with initialization of 0 value. So this is an empty collection. So the x is the empty variable. So there is no elements. So the ennames is the constructor function that is exactly same name as your collection type. Everybody is clear? Yes or no, please? So we have seen syntaxes and we have seen types and we have seen how to use it. So now let's see. Okay, first declare a collection. Okay, declare a collection. So here, so A is a collection. So let's take this example. A is this one. Okay, what is A of 1? What is the value of A of 1? What is the value of A of 1? A of 1 is 23. A of 4 is 67. And what is the value of A of 10? What is the value of A of 10? Null. So it's an error. The subscript beyond count error. So that means you are trying to access a subscript which is not there. Okay, so what is the maximum number of elements? A is a nested table. Okay, so the maximum elements in the collection is 5. So it's not a maximum elements. The count of elements in A is 5. Okay, so the count is 5 here. Count is 5. But okay, if you try to access it, error means you are trying to access a position 5, the first position, first subscript. This is the 4th subscript. This is the 10th subscript. This 10th subscript is 2, which is not there. Okay, but nested table can store unlimited number of values, right? Nested table can store unlimited number of elements, but we are trying to access A of 10. So A of 10 means it's an error. But I'm saying nested table is unlimited number of elements. I'm trying to access at A of 10. How it is error? Okay. So now, if you want to give more values to collection beyond initialization, So here the collection variable A is initialized to 5 elements. But I want to give a position 6. I want to give a values at a position 6 or 7 or 8. Okay, if you want to give more values to collection beyond the initialization. So first we have to extend the collection. If you want to give a more values, okay, we have to extend it. So that means if you want to give a value at 6, we have to extend the collection. Without extension, we cannot access that value. Without extension, we cannot access that value. So if you want to give a more values to collection beyond the initialization, first we have to extend the collection. How to extend, then we will see. Okay, everybody is clear? So we can add unlimited number of elements to nested table collection, but before adding, we need to extend it. We unlimited number of elements to the collection, but the thing is, we need to extend it before adding that element. If you want to try to access an element which is not available position, so it will give the subscript exception. So the subscript beyond count the error. Everybody is clear? So the first thing is we need to see. So a first position, second position, and the sixth position is an error. So if you want to give a value at 6, okay, so now we need to extend that collection. So now, everybody is clear? For VRS also, we need to extend. For VRS also, we need to extend before giving new values. Before giving new values beyond initialization. Initialization, we need to extend before giving a new value beyond initialization. New value, new subscript value. Okay, the new subscript value. Let's make it as a subscript value. Subscript. Here the subscript A of 5. Until A of 5, we don't need to extend it. Whenever you want to give a of 6, that means 6th position. 6th position, we need to extend that collection beyond initialize. We need to extend it. Okay, now, so the VRA cannot be extended beyond the maximum size. So the VRA's maximum size is this one. See here, maximum size. So VRA cannot be extended beyond the max size of its definition. VRA cannot be extended beyond its max size limit. Beyond its maximum size limit. So for VRA also, we need to extend before giving a new subscript value beyond the initialization. VRA cannot be extended beyond its max size limit. Maximum size is for nested table, so that can be extended at any level. For nested table, we can extend the collection up to any level because the nested table is a unlimited number, but VRA has its some maximum limit of the collection. So VRA is a maximum limit, but nested table does not have. So the extension, the extending for index by table, no need to extend. No need to extend. For only VRAs and nested table, we need to extend it. For index by table, no need to extend. Everybody is clear? For VRA, we need to extend before giving a new subscript value beyond the initialization. VRA cannot be extended beyond its maximum size limit. For index by table, no need to extend it. Okay, so now here, so how to extend it? First question. Okay, I have some doubts. Okay, how to extend? How to find max number of elements? Number of elements in a collection. Okay, so how to find the first subscript position? How to find so the last subscript position? See, here I know the 5 elements. Count is 5. The first subscript position is 1 and the last subscript position is 5. But programmatically how to know? Because I cannot, because this collection, adding in elements to collection and deleting and everything through program. within the program, how to know. Okay, so now how to remove an element from a collection. How to remove an element from collection. Okay, so how to check whether a given element is available in a collection or not, whether a given subscript is available in collection or not. See how to find this information. Okay, if you want to know all these information, that is nothing but a characteristics of some basic information of a collection. I need to know some information from a collection, right? So how can we get that information? Using collection methods. Using collection method. So collection method is nothing but a function call. Function call. Using a collection method, we can get above information. We can get the basic information. How to extend it? So how do you find number of elements in a collection? How do you find the subscript, the last subscript? How to remove an element? How to check whether a given subscript is available in collection or not? So we can use the collection methods. So this collection methods, it's only few. Okay. Now let's see how to extend a collection. So using extend function. Using extend. How do you find the number of elements in a collection? That is using a count. So the subscript position first and this one last to delete. Exist. Extend, count, first, last, delete and exist. Extend or extend of n. Extend of n. So this extend is for extending a collection. So I told you right, before adding a new element, we need to extend. Okay, extend a collection means extending a collection for adding a one additional element. Extending a collection for adding a one extra element. And extend of n means extending a collection for adding n number of elements. Extend means extending a collection for one element. And the extend of n means extending a collection for adding n number of additional elements. Okay, count will give you number of elements in a collection. And the first will give you a collection of the first subscript position. And the last will give you and the last subscript position. So the delete removes a last element from a collection. Delete of n. Okay, so delete of n means delete the n number of elements from the end. Okay, so now exist to check it whether a particular position is available or not. Particular position of a collection is available or not. Everybody is clear? Yes or no, please? Yes. Today I am stopping here. Tomorrow we will continue more examples. Please, sorry, I did not record the today's class. Please remember for recording. Okay, starting from tomorrow, don't forget me, ask to record the class. Okay, everybody? That's very important. Okay, sir. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow at 8 o'clock only.